Left jab, uppercut, leave you laid out on the floor. Try to duck and roll, hit and miss, now you counting stars. Should've practiced more, should've hit the mask, get out there more. Claim that you're the best. You gotta show me, son. Actions over words, baby boy. Is you real or what? Talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back
Shout out to the hottest chat in the MFing game. A-Side official. No negotiation needed, period. The first in the building. Jay is on deck. What's good right now, man? Appreciate you pulling up. I have maybe about 2 or 3 topics to talk about, y'all, and I'll be back on a little later. But I want to get to some topics. This is the Hot Grease Chronicles, the original EP 333. Over. Year 2024. Do you copy? The hunting games. Terrence Bud Crawford, the announcement for his 154-pound debut should be coming to the airways real soon, y'all. So turn up your volume so you can get the entire scoop. All right. But let's get to some other information right quick that I want to talk about. Just briefly. If y'all don't already know, this is Clarissa Shields. She is 3-time undisputed, the first to ever do it, men or women, 4-belt era, and all that. And she has labeled herself, she has titled herself, she has basically let everybody know that she is the G to the W to the O to the A to the T. All right. Recently, her and Alicia Baumgartner crossed each other's paths, and words were exchanged amongst other pleasantries. All right. There wasn't any kind words in this exchange, but they trash talk. They both boxers. They both champions. So they was talking. I did a live on it because people was, they was kind of confused. You know what I'm saying? They was basically in a state of delirium because they was talking about this fight as if to ask these questions like, do you know, do you think Clarissa can make 154? Do you think it's possible that Clarissa will take this fight? Do you think? And all along, I put it out there. I say, man, this don't make any sense because it's 4 weight divisions up for Alicia Baumgartner. All right. But I'm not even, I'm not trying to revisit that. I just had to put it up there because it's some people out here that's giving therapeutic Alicia Baumgartner exemptions. You know what I'm saying? They got that special paperwork that allows you to be able to get past certain things. And that right there, I think, is some of the male viewers. They're not looking at this the same way they would do the male boxers. They would question if a male boxer was trying to go up 4 weight divisions. But she put out a diss track for Baumgartner. And I think this is the first time Shields has put out a diss track on another fighter. To me, I'm not complaining too much about the way she put this, what she was saying and all that, because it's boxing at the end of the day. I'm just curious as to why she did it because, Baumgartner is a smaller fighter moving up 4 weight divisions. If this is what women's boxing has to go through, the extent, the extreme measures to create a diss track to get everybody to tune in and try to go viral, attempting to sound like Glorilla. The bars ain't that bad. I guess everybody's in their moment. Listen to Kendrick. And basically him making J. Cole apologize or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I mean, everybody can't get down like Kendrick, but Shields came with her Glorilla flow, and she was, trash talking, dissing Baumgartner. And I look at it like this, man. It's I've been around long enough that I've seen plenty of encounters where human beings in general, not just in the sport of boxing, but in general, they came in each other's throats, especially in hip hop. Especially in hip hop, man. We see it all the time. But I don't know why the extreme with the Baumgartner. She's 4 weight divisions down. Is this supposed to sell the fight? And plus, one thing about Shields, she always talk about her haters. And that's a common theme with her. You know what I'm saying? That's just a reoccurring thing with Claressa Shields, to always talk about her haters. And I'll just say to myself, what you been involved with, Coach Brashear, was in Flint that time, got hit in the back of the head. Just the whole deal with my boy Derek Santos, with the fighter dropping you in sparring, and then to learn what happened after that. And granted, I know him. I've dealt with good peoples. You know what I'm saying? For you to even take it to that extreme to say that the gloves was loaded, man, I'm gonna be straight up like that, man. You ain't a good person to me. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter what outfit you have on, or any of that. This is hard for anybody to deal with. I can't just leave it on the diss track. I'm looking at somebody who's, who's way beyond diss track. This can go left real quick, and the Flint can show his ugly face. You know what I'm saying? I don't think Claressa like pretty girls. It's a lot of stuff that I know about Shields that I'm not going to talk about, that I've heard in person from people. And, she can call them her haters. Well, these wasn't exactly your haters. These was people who know you, because you hear a lot off the record. A lot off the record. And believe me, if I was to drop that, I'd definitely go viral. I would definitely go viral based off what I know. But, keeping it on this diss track and her with her belts and stuff like that, I find it all in fun. It's just common nature. It is what it is, man. I'm just glad the fellas are not doing that shit. It's a little cheesy to me. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad the mailboxers don't have to make no diss tracks just to get in there. Cause I would hope they make some about your favorite fighter. You know what I'm saying? I mean, at least she's actually spitting the bars herself and not just dancing around the parking lot with a bunch of belts hanging off. That credit I will give her. I hope Baumgartner don't try to come back on this, because it's not even worth it. And I don't even know if the fight's going to happen, because it is 4 divisions down. 4 divisions she has to come up the elevator in and get off of that 154-pound floor. And, make sure the paperwork is all good and see what happens. So we'll just, be bystanders, onlookers, and see how this plays itself out. But yeah, was apart from the video. And, I tell people all the time, man, like, things have changed. I go back to no internet any day, any time, especially when it comes to basically dealing with women. Because you actually got a different version of a woman back then, because you was making contact with them. It's just the whole communication was different back then, with no online, no social media, no internet. It was just, you meet a woman in the mall, man. They was out shopping, and they was out just like everybody else was out. They got out the house. You know what I'm saying? And they was out and about. And you was able to communicate with them right then and there. And, everybody was getting out to do things. whether it's going to the movies, football games, b-ball games, you know what I'm saying, events or whatever. Everybody got out. This day and time, you know, you have women who will compose themselves, you know, makeup and everything else to get what they need to be online. And then when you see them in person, they look totally different. Then a lot of these women get up in the gym and they'll create these bodies. And then, you know, it's all for the dude to take a look at them, you know, but then they get mad when you take a look at them. You know what I'm saying? I know if anybody was to take a look at Carissa and give her a compliment, she'll probably blow it out of proportion. To my, oh nigga, you can't do shit for me. And I'm like, I'm like, you know that's right. I can't do a motherfucking thing. But you know, she's on the car. You know, she got her full body. Well, she got a 2-piece leather suit on. It is what it is. That don't do nothing for me just because it's on her. I'm gonna be honest. Just because it's on her and her attitude just trumps all that shit. Real talk. I got to get to the chat, man. I'm off that. Let me close her down. I'm off that. Certified player of Brooklyn in the building. Peace WCS and the illest chat in the game. Appreciate you, man. You know what it is. Rush on deck, what's good? Arnold on deck, what's good? Appreciate you joining, man. If you're saying you subscribe, appreciate you. Real talk. You know what I'm saying? Welcome to the channel. Mike on deck, salute. TP on deck, what's good? Bills Boot Camp, salute to you, brother. I see you in the building. And hold that TP. Hold that TP. I see y'all on y'all goddamn shiznick. Hold that, man. Let me get this live. Let me get this grease popping, TP. You know what I'm saying? Before you start dropping that grease, man. Juice Lee is in the building. What's good with it, Juice? Boots being a highly rated contender couldn't get fights, even being a PBC affiliate. But they want us to believe Bud could just sign and get fights. It's looking shaky at the PBC. God dang, shing! I hear you, man. And that's what's going. I was gonna get to that. You know what I'm saying? Ennis said to be frozen out, y'all, from PBC. Let's get down to it, man. Since I got the hottest chat in the MFN game, they came in here dropping grenades. You know what I'm saying? I was trying to wait and be patient, man. I was trying to be patient. You know what I'm saying? So let's get right down to it. If you haven't already heard, we're gonna step over here for a minute. Eddie Hearn lands welterweight phenom. First of all, Chris Williams is a Crawford hater. Let's get that out there. And for him to put phenom, lands welterweight phenom Jaron Boots Ennis. I'm not sure if that is bloviating the English vocabulary just a little bit. I don't know what he's did to get, but let me praise this dude. Let me give him his plaudits. Salute and congrats to Jaron Boots Ennis for signing with Eddie Hearn. Now, God damn it, when I seen this shit flow, I knew people was gonna be stepping into the chat and they was gonna start dropping this motherfucking news. I said, I gotta hurry up. They say Ennis, y'all, said to be frozen out, blackballed by PBC. You know what I'm saying? But news has broken that Jaron Ennis, what? He signed with Eddie Hearn. No, hold the F up, man. Hold the F up. You trying to tell me that black man didn't sign with that other black man who has all these black men out here in the YTC talking about Crawford should just go over there and take what they give him? Huh? They should take what the Grand Pooper give them. Why didn't Bozy Ennis, a black father first and foremost, his son being a black American son to Bozy, fighter, professional, current reigning IBF champion, why didn't Jaron Ennis sign with the Al Puba? Somebody got to tell me that. I need answers. I need answers because this shit is looking bad. Just like Juice came on deck and mentioned, it's looking bad, y'all. It's looking bad. When I seen this shit, I said, no, man. He got blackballed from PBC. I wonder if they're going to be talking that noise now, talking about, oh, well, Ennis ain't going to be able to do this because PBC. Man, why did he, who has loyalty to the formal network, Showtime, and why didn't Boots Ennis see something in the PBC to sign with them? Because they was all for the black. They was telling Crawford, hey, man, sign multi-fight deal with PBC. That's where you should go. Man, my people have disappointed me, man, when it came to this particular topic. Because y'all keep on telling, not keep. Y'all kept encouraging black fighters to sign with them, but yet one of the IBF welterweight world champions, one of those names, Jaron Ennis, chose to sign with Eddie Hearns. Are you serious? Why not Al Puba? Let's read this article a little bit. Hearns snags the division's best. The signing of the 26-year-old Boots Ennis 31-0-28 knockouts give Hearns the number one fighter in the 147-pound division. Now that Terrence Crawford is moving up to 154. Now, Chris, like I told you, is a Crawford hater, so he's trying his best to expunge any history or residue left by July 29th, 2023, the T-Mobile massacre. He's trying to clean all that, sanitize that shit, and allow Boots Ennis to be the number 154-pounder, all right? This signing gives Hearn the best fighter in the welterweight division by far, and a guy that is young enough to be on top for many years to come. First of all, he's not going to be on the top of the welterweight division for many years because he's too damn big. Now, hopefully, they don't have him holding his residence too long down there, and he's a big dude, and he's constantly getting older. But that's not for me. They smart enough to know. But he signed with the Zone? No, hold up, man. A part of me want to shit on y'all again, man, with this hot grease, dump it all over you, motherfucking, have you bathing in it. Y'all was talking so much shit about who was in control, what PBC was going to do with this, that, and the other. Why didn't this black fighter, undefeated, why couldn't he be enticed? We're talking about Amazon Prime. Why couldn't he be enticed to sign with PBC? Somebody give me some info on that. I need some motherfucking info now. How can, the one that was on the phone with BOK Prime and had loyalty to Steven Espinosa and Showtime and used to be attached to PBC, how can they not get Jaron Ennis to sign with them now? Let's go on and say Ennis ready to shine. Hearn has the cachet and the ambition to keep Boots Ennis active and turn him into a superstar, which his promoter have failed to do. Ennis haven't fought since last July when he stopped Ramon Villa in the 10th round. Ideally, he should have already fought twice since then to keep the momentum going in his career. Ennis will be making his debut with Matchroom this summer, defending his IBF title against a still-to-be-determined opponent. Wow, what a signing, said promoter Eddie Hearn. I've watched this young man for many years, and I've always believed he will become a pound-for-pound great. And I have no doubt he is already the greatest fighter in the division. To win the race to sign Jaron Ennis is a massive coup for Matchroom Boxing and the Zone. First of all, shout out to Jerron Ennis for signing, getting with a promoter and going through what he went through with Cameron Duncan. Salute to the brother. You know what I'm saying? Nothing but love from over here, you signing, and hopefully you're able to have a consistent calendar where you're splitting the ropes and going in there fighting and further building up your legacy. I think this is huge for Jerron Ennis, to be honest with you, because, hearing them say he's blackballed by PBC. Hey, get in line. Get in line. You know what I'm saying? No empathy here. And I don't think Team Ennis even give a damn. You know what they doing to Crawford and all that, and then they couldn't even lock down Ennis. The white man signed him. Oh, you say the white man signed him? With the beard, with the accent. You understand when the black man couldn't sign Ennis? Why couldn't the black Poba sign Jerron Ennis, man? Why couldn't he make that shit happen? Because they was attaching Jerron to Errol Spence. What you aerosexual channels gonna do now? Those of you who was fleeing the borders and trying to bandwagon ride Jerron Ennis, what are you gonna do now? Because a lot of y'all don't like Eddie Hearns. So, what was going on, you had some of these aerosexuals that was hunkered down, you know what I'm saying, in those bunkers, and they was waiting for Ennis to really jump out and start shining. But now Ennis is across the pond. Ennis has assigned across. What you aero motherfucking sexuals are gonna do about this? Are you still gonna support him? Since he's not signed to the PBC? It's funny how now the word is coming out that he's gonna get blackballed. So what? Get in line, man. Every time they're gonna make a notation, they're gonna do a list of fighters that they don't like now, starting with Crawford. And if they get any championship or anything, they're not gonna have that fighter fight. Man, come on, man. Y'all the one losing money. PBC has co-promoted with Top Rank before. It's not like they can't co-promote. They've did it before. But I'm happy that Ennis has found a home. And this should be a reminder, not a wake-up call. Because these niggas been saying this shit for a long time now. And you just let that shit ride. You know what I'm saying? Y'all just let that shit ride. Y'all seen shit not going the way it's supposed to for a minute. And you kept looking at the clock. And looking at the clock, time passed by, and you hoping shit was gonna change. No, the only thing changing is the direction for which these fighters are being briefed, and for which they should go, and they're leaving the area. They're gone. There's no way that you can link up Jerron Ennis to EJ anymore and attach him to freaking PBC because he's across the waters now. He's across the waters. He with Eddie Hearns. Eddie MF and Hearns, man. So he gonna get some good fights. Really, I'm happy for Ennis not to be attached to the PBC or Showtime. I'm happy for them to finally get with a promoter who is more than likely he's gonna get paid, right? Because Eddie don't take no shit when it comes to what he does. He's one of the best in the games, whether they like it or not. I'm glad that Ennis is finally going to be able to get his recognition and justice. I love it, man. I love it. But I'm continuing to goddamn dump them boilers. You know what I'm saying? Them big barrels of piping hot grease on the nigga. Where are you all at? The worst fan base that was attempting to flee over there to Team Ennis. Where are y'all now? Y'all swimming? Are y'all working on y'all freaking swim qual? Are y'all trying to swim across them waters? Did y'all go out there and pitch in like y'all did on July 29th and buy a couple of canoes and shit? Are y'all paddling your punk asses over there across the pond and trying to beg Ennis to come home? Jerron, Boots, come on, Boots. Come back home, Boots. Come back home, Boots. We need you. We love saying Boots. We only said Boots because you was attached to the PBC. What them aerosexual channel, them pro spins channels gonna say now? The man has left the mother effing area. Gone. Gone. Why these black fighters ain't signing with PBC? Since that's supposed to be the Al Puba. Why they not signing to him? Who gives a fuck if he's gonna get blackballed by PBC? We don't give a damn. What's all this shit walking around on eggshells and it's boxing? A sport that's not regulated, internal to a system that's corrupt. Come on, man. Y'all up here busy talking about Jerron Ennis like he actually give a damn. He wasn't getting shit right being attached to that name. Now he's over there at the zone, man. That's a good look. I ain't gonna lie, it's a good look for him. I'm happy for the brother. You know what I'm saying? I hope big things come from it. Let's keep it moving. Back to the article, the way that Hearns has been smiling recently when mentioning the welterweight division indicates that he knew that he had bagged Ennis for the Matchroom Company and was happy knowing that he got the biggest star in the game. Hearns has his star. This is definitely a good thing for Hearns because his top moneymaker for Matchroom, former two-time heavyweight champion Anthony Joshua, is getting up there in age at 34, and he likely doesn't have a lot more time before he retires, okay? Once AJ is gone, Hearns needs someone else to step in his shoes to be the next breadwinner for Matchroom. And Ennis could be the guy. It's certainly not Conor Ben. Speaking of Ben, he posted a photo of him in boots standing in the ring, which could mean that he'll be his next opponent in the summer. Now, I had criticism compared to this the other day because boxing love throwing out subliminals. They love puppetizing the motherfucking consumers. You know what I'm saying? I had a little criticism of this because, you know, they put out a flyer out when he's scheduled to, you know, be in person, be with Cody Crowley and all that, and I stand on it. Like, you know, you just put out a freaking flyer, a picture with you and Conor Ben in the ring together. Who cares? We want to see the fight. Where's Conor Ben in the rankings? You know what I'm saying? I showed love, and I'm happy. I'm super happy he's over there at the zone. But when it comes down to it, man, you know, you're supposed to be the best in the game. Who is Conor Ben to the game? Who is Conor Ben to the freaking ranking system? Let me go back over there and see if there's been some changes now that the official word has been dropped. All right. So Conor Ben, though he's, you know, been banned by the damn, what's that? I can't believe I'm having a blank right now. Well, the British Commission. What his rankings over here, what do they really mean exactly? You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, they put a picture out there. Listen to me, y'all. Hear me out. They put a picture out there. Jerron is the IBF. But I said, what is it? It matters to the ranking, y'all. Because Conor Ben isn't even ranked in the IBF. What does this make? This don't make any sense to me. Like, he's ranked number 3 in WBC and WBA. But then, you know, the only fighter whose names start with a C in the IBF is Cody Crowley, right? So soon enough, you're going to see Conor Ben's name inserted somewhere in the IBF if indeed this is one of the next fights that's going to be up. Because, of course, we all know that he popped positive for clomiphene because it's when, you know, you eat so many boiled eggs, you become half bird, half man. You know what I'm saying? And you start basically turning into a motherfucking bird. And some of your DNA start to transform and mutate on the molecular level. And some things get fucked up to the point where you take a test and you might pop for some bad shit. It's not so much that people frown upon him eating the eggs. You know what I'm saying? It's just they wanted to know for sure if Conor Benz was still human. You know what I'm saying? Because he was up there popping positive for eating 3,462 eggs. and he started to have some feathers grow on his motherfucking ankles like this was goddamn Black Panther all over again. You know what I'm saying? He had feathers on his motherfucking ankles. Niggas goddamn hovering above the ring. I'm just saying, what is Conor being fit in the IBF when it comes to the rankings, y'all? Because I don't get it. This is one of those deals where they're gonna bring in a fighter if it indeed happens. They're gonna bring in a fighter for Ennis that really don't make any sense. I hear all this. Oh man, the phenom, this, that, and the other. Bro, it's some other fighters in the IBF rankings that you can face to bring in that money and make your freaking DAZN debut. It's other fighters. I hope Ben isn't it. Because this guy, I mean, come on, man. You don't need a tune-up. Right? You in the gym all the time. They say you're a workhorse. You don't need a tune-up. You should be able to pick somebody out the ranking system. You know what I'm saying? I've basically used a magnifying glass and all that shit. And I look down this IBF ranking, and I'm looking at Ramon Villa sitting in number 8. Ramon Villa sitting in number 8 in the IBF. You know what I'm saying? And I look at all them other people that's tied up. Giovanni Santillan, Errol Spence. I don't know what's going on. That's a PBC fighter, so he going to get blackballed. He ain't going to be able to fight Spence no more, y'all. He ain't going to be able to fight Spence. And they happy, too. Cody Crowley, I thought that was going to be a fight. But, you got Harry Scarf. All these other names, Alexis Rocha, Josh Taylor, Gabriel Valenzuela, David Avanesian. Why not David Avanesian next? Why not David Avanesian? That's a common opponent of Crawford. Go in there and stop him in 6. You know how they love putting common opponents together to lock it in. Go in there and stop David Avanesian and make this shit, a little bit interesting than it was, man. Yeah, the BBOC, Conquest. Shout out to Conquest in the building. BBOC, the British Board of Boxing of Control, I believe. I had a brain fart on that. But shout out to MKB in the building. What's good with your Martin King on deck? Salute to you. Shout out to the GOAT Big Bunch of Boxing in the building. I see you. Shout out to Bruce Gas, Boxing, Jazz, and more in the building. The OG on deck, man. What's good with it? Man, shout out to Green is on deck. What's good with it, Green? How you feeling, bro? Team Boost just snaked Espinosa out. Salute, Archbishop. Glad Boost getting to put his work in. I'm actually happy for Boost not, being wise about this and signing with Eddie Hearns. Because enough of the black man and all this other shit. No, sign with someone at your young age that's going to get you some fights and get you paid. Because right now, your career has been squandered. It's been disrespected. It's been put in a dim light. It's been up under a cloud, a canopy that at your age in your 20s, you don't want to be in there, Boots. I'm glad that you got a little bit of more shine and, a little bit of more sunlight signing with DAZN over there. I like that. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my guy, the News by Shaw News Sauce Experience in the building. Team Tucker official on deck. Bozy owed me my consulting fee. I dropped the Sauce Experience on this 2 months ago. I have the receipts posted. Hey, y'all definitely go check that out, man. You know what I'm saying? I think I remember when he talked about this a couple months ago. You know what I'm saying? Go over there and check out the hottest in the game, man, doing his thing. You know what I'm saying? Definitely check out the News by Shaw News Sauce Experience. The Boxing Internet Widows Insiders don't know who we be. They ain't trying, bro. Juice said PBC has no exciting youth on their roster. It's a wrap. Hey, just like a Christmas present. You know what I'm saying? They had fighters who who was let go out of their contract, who received the release, thank God. You know what I'm saying? It's some other names on there that I would like to see go elsewhere to get better fights. Antoine Russell, I don't know what his contract looked like, but I'd definitely like to see him have an opportunity to get more freedom. You know what I'm saying? More freedom to his boxing schedule, because that's a very talented fighter right there. So I definitely want to see him potentially get the release. It ain't looking good over there, man. It ain't looking good at all. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the way it's being conveyed, man, this shit is turned into the motherfucking Salvation Army of boxing. Collins on deck, I see you. Espinoza, the rat, has been exterminated. Dang, they going in. They going in. And I'm not here to be a mediator. I'm not here for peace today. You're not going to get that from me. I'm not here for peace, man. For real. I'm not up here to say, hey, hold up. Y'all relax a little bit, man. Be positive. We just got out of February, Black History Month. Man, come on, show some love. What is wrong with y'all black people? You're so aggressive. So angry. Come on, man, give him some love. That's Al Pooba. No love. When you're blackballing fighters, you know what I'm saying? You're not really staying within the code or whatever, the sprinkles of ethics that's supposed to be there. No, y'all just sitting up here shitting on fighters, man. How do you want me to draft that up? It's only one way. You know what I'm saying? I can't sit up here and beautify that and put nice words. Fuck that. PBC is weak right now, man. You ain't lying, bro. The guy just said Boost was getting frozen out. Yeah, that guy. That guy. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck are they talking about, Shaw News? What are they talking about? That guy. You know? He said Boost was being frozen out. The man signed with Eddie Hearns, man. Excuse me. Come on, bro. These must be putting out such fake information, man. Jaron Ennis is at Matchroom, man. You know what I'm saying? Let's see him shine. Look, I want to see Jaron Ennis shine. Real talk. I want to see him shine, man. I just didn't like how they was just sitting him down, you know, in in-house detention with PBC. And they was just waiting on freaking Steven to guide him through the sewer system, you know, from the bad shit to the good shit. You know what I'm saying? We're going to take you to the premium shit down here. It don't stink as bad, but it still stank, okay? And we're going to let you get acclimated to that stank. And then we'll tell you when we want you to come up and you know, we got some leftovers for you, whatever. Until then, just stay down here, just look through the goddamn crates, and we're going to take care of you now. They wasn't doing a motherfucking thing for Boots, man. You know, it's a good look. Welcome to the team. Jaron Ennis. Matchroom is on deck with it, y'all. Good. Because he wasn't getting shit done over there at PBC, bro. You know what I'm saying? Speak it well. You know what I'm saying? For others to hear, he wasn't getting shit done over there at PBC. No doubt about it. Ban said, W says you killed this lies. They definitely don't like Eddie Hearns, so I want to hear what they have to say about Ennis. They might flip on him now. No. Don't talk about no flipping. They've been flipping on people for a long time now. They haven't let shit ride. They've been flipping on it for a long time. You know what I'm saying? Yes. You know, Ennis them stayed and they've been to court too many damn times and can't get they foot on the pedal the right way with square wheels. You know, they trying to think that shit was going to be a smooth ride, but it wasn't. And then you had Steven up there talking about, oh, man. And then Bozy was up there saying, hey, man, we didn't sign to them. It was just loyalty. Well, that loyalty, that verbal agreement, it happened just the way it should have. Severed. Without any physical contact. Severed. Done. I'm pretty sure they gave Steven a phone call and say, hey, guess what, man? We signed and we don't have no contract together because, like you said, it was just loyalty, right? But hold up, but It was loyalty, right, Steven? But hold up, what are you telling me? It was loyalty, so we signed with Matchroom. You understand? We did our part with loyalty, and now we about to be loyal to somebody else so we can get up on them lights. We need to get up on them lights, man. You had us in the dark too long. We've been in the dark too long. We've been the topic of discussion, but nothing where the people is gravitating to and say, oh, man, yeah, okay. Yeah. Nothing with the fights. Ennis wasn't scheduled to fight. He needs something on the freaking plate. You didn't have nothing on the menu for Ennis or nothing. Now he's over there. He's about to get fed. That's all I'm saying. He about to get fed. I'm happy for the brother. You know, hey, I'm happy for the brother. You know, long as they ain't still talking that crazy shit about Crawford, come get your belt. I'm happy to see Ennis over there, you know, about to be under the bright lights. I just hope they give him opposition that we can cheer about, we can support. You know what I'm saying? It's a difference between knowing a fighter and wanting to support it and knowing little about that fighter. I think Jerron has been on the knowing the little about for too long right now. So it's time for him to step out on stage and give people some good fights. I'm pretty sure Eddie Hearn's gonna line them up real nice, man. You know, we don't want, if our memory serves us correctly, we're still up here criticizing Ennis's resume. We don't need that. We don't need who has he fought in the conversation. Yeah, MKB in the building. What's good, WCS? What's good with you, bro? I see you. I like Ennis, and that worst thing he could have done was sign with the PBC. I'm happy for the brother, too, for signing with Matchroom. Anything beats PBC for sure. These brothers shouldn't be locked down and feel like they pressured just because it's a black man that's supposed to be running the show. And, you know, a criticism that they have about us is that sometimes we're afraid to stand out and take a leadership role and make a decision that may see us as leaving our people, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? They always have these these scenarios for black people. Like they're not too confident in just stepping out on their own. You know what I'm saying? And they stay around each other too long. They start stabbing each other in the back and everything. You know what I'm saying? They'll just stay where it's comfortable for them. Even though it's not progressing the way it should, they stay there anyway. Not in this case, man. I'm glad these black fighters are not thinking they suppose that they need to. It's mandatory that they stay put. If you're not getting paid, you ain't checking your account balance. If you don't get any emails about upcoming fights, what the hell he's supposed to do? And salute to them not being in a freaking a freaking situation again. Shout out to them for not sleeping next to a hornet nest again, man. You got to do good business from here on out. I'm glad to hear that you signed with Matchroom. I'm looking forward to seeing who you're going to fight first. I hope it's not Conor Ben, who isn't in the rankings at the IBF sanctioning body, bro. You need to fight somebody better than Korean Chudikin, better than Ramon Villa. And I wouldn't say Conor Ben is that guy because he's not even in the rankings. Boots Ennis is a big American name fighter for Matchroom to sign. Let's see how these YTC Twitter, Facebook, IG, Internet Boxing Widows rock with Boots now. He signed with Matchroom. Hey, good point. You know what I'm saying? I want to see how that goes too. I want to see how that goes too, because he was one of the black fighters that they wanted to link up to Spence. There's no way you can continue to have that link because Spence is with PBC and Boots is over here at Matchroom. So it's not even close. Let's see if those ex-aerosexuals or part-time aerosexuals continue to support, like you said. I want to know if they continue to support in these black channels. I want to see if y'all continue to support Boots the way you did now. You know what I'm saying? I wonder if y'all gonna get the command from the general not to speak on his name. I wonder if the general is gonna have a private chat session and say, I want to pass this word. I dare any one of you suckers to try to speak on Boots' name. We done with that. We ain't fucking with it no more. He want to sign with the white man. He should have stayed with the black man. I don't want to hear none of y'all signing. Else I'm going to demand that your subscribers leave, and I'm going to banish you from the acronym community. You understand me? The general's going to give the command, y'all. 10. Word has it that some of you have been sneaking behind my back and supporting that Boots. I told you to leave him alone. He's no longer on the list. I don't care what color, black, green, yellow, brown. He ain't being supported by us. The general gonna be out there, goddamn, with a cigar, with a pipe in his mouth, with a cigar. We ain't supporting Boots no more. He sold us out. Well, good for him, man. Good for Boots. I hope Boots can be made for walking across the globe. I hope Boots can be made for walking across the globe and succeed. Definitely would be looking at who he matched up with. Yeah, you know, he had that picture come out with Conor Ben. And they're trying to insinuate that might be a teaser to open up his debut. Now, if you calling him the best fighter in the welterweight division, we have to start holding him to the standards like every other champion that was supposed to be the elite of that. You can't just go up here and sign with somebody and just fight anybody, especially when you're a champion. I mean, I know there should be a quest for him to unify the division if he is choosing to stay down there and collect those belts. He has 1/4 of the championships right now. So I'm curious to know who his first fight going to be and how he looks in that first fight. Like I said, the IBF rankings are dim. It's very, very dimly lit. So let's see what happens over there, man. They got to get together and make it happen. That's all I'm saying. They got to get together and make it happen, man. Bunt said updated IBF rankings will be out soon. If they choose to update it, I don't see how they can. Just because Boots has now signed and they want to update the rankings. How can you going to update the rankings and put Conor Ben anywhere up there in the top 5? How? The man still doesn't even have his shit over there at the BBOC. You know what I'm saying? So how are they gonna make that happen? And look, I'm just asking a fragmented question anyway, because we've seen in the past where boxing can make anything happen when it comes to the rankings. But how would that satisfy us by just bringing Conor Ben into the ranking system, the IBF ranking system, and he hasn't did anything? How does that autonomy work? Somebody please explain that. You know what I'm saying? That sounds like some blatherskite. Oh, that's some blatherskite right there, man. Last I checked, Jaron Ennis was going to do Korean like Mike Tyson used to do his competition. Jaron should not need a tune-up after Villa. He shouldn't. But if they're talking about Conor Ben, who ain't in the rankings, well, I mean, if they put Conor Ben in the rankings, it still does nothing for his debut. For his debut, he needs something to set it off. We need some electric current. Real talk. We need something like when you got that fucked up outlet and you try to stick that plug in there and you get shocked a little. We need that type of value. I mean, this is huge. This is big news This is buzzing right now. It's humming real good over the boxing airwaves. So we need for Boots to set it off. You know what I'm saying? We need for him to bring the unconscious state, the unconscious boxing fans to a conscious state and get back, hyped up about this shit. I'm happy he's signed with Matchroom. I am, man. I'm happy about that because the brother has been through some legality, and I'm glad he's with, someone who's gonna potentially get him some good fights. You know what I'm saying? He's not the first black fighter over there. All I'm saying is who he is right now and where he's at. They're looking forward to him to somewhat unify this 147-pound division. I'm proud of you, kid. Man, stop it, man. Yeah, man, that's a real name. It's spelt a little bit different than that, though. My sources told me 3 months ago Eddie and them was willing to cut that bag. Well, they definitely cut the bag. I don't know what the bag consists of per fight, but, somebody was talking about, Jerron Ennis 3 fights equal 400 grand. I mean, that ain't cool, dog. That ain't no money right there, bro. For real. You know what I'm saying? That ain't no money. He said Eddie been scouting Boots since November. That's good. That's good. I guess it all makes sense what WCS said, right? That they had to get Jerron Ennis a title. So they end up getting him a title in 23, knowing all along that the rematch with Spence wasn't going to happen. But what they did was just they basically replayed what they attempted to do to Crawford in 2022 and keep him locked in a contract all the way to 23 with no fight. Well, they pretty much allowed Crawford to be locked down just so that letter can be sent and just so that letter can be sent, and he was obligated at the time contractually, strip him of the title, and then Spence walk out the door. So however that shit was plotted and planned, it worked out for Ennis. So now, truth be told, I mean, I'm just going to put it out there. Yeah, I'm happy for you signing with Matchroom, but I think the way you received that title was worse than fighting for a vacant. It was worse than fighting a shitty opponent for a vacant title. To me, it was worse because the way it happened, knowing that he was locked in contractually, receiving it via email, nah. They calling you the phenom, brother. You got to do better next time. You got to do better, bro. You got to do better. You do better. Now, until Crawford leaves the 147-pound division, you are maybe the second best in that division. Crawford is still the reigning, defending, undisputed welterweight world champion. No matter how they try to send him about his way, they try to give him his papers, he is still actively registering on the ranking systems. So we have to respect that. Dan Espinosa was making all them trips to Philly. Hey man, somebody called him a rat early. They got rats in Philly, bro. That's all I'm saying. They got rats in Philly. Some of them people be walking them rats on a leash and shit. You know what I'm saying? They got them bully rats. They got them hybrid rats. They mixing with a pit bull bully and a rat, and that shit look like a capybara. You know what I'm saying? They got some weird shit going on. Seriously. Facts W says, I'm a supporter of Gary Antoine Russell. Man, yeah, man. Free Antoine, man. Free Antoine Russell, man. Hope he can go over there or something. I don't know what his contract look like, but they giving everybody else they walking papers. You know what I'm saying? They giving everybody else they walking papers, man. For real. I want to see that brother get some big fights too. Seriously. How is Ennis fighting when Crowley just finalized that bid and already have a bonus and purse split. Well, nobody's really talking about it. I hope it's somebody that's in the rankings. If it's Crowley, cool. You know what I'm saying? Doubt it. Crowley gonna beat Cisco. Most likely Crowley and Cisco fighting through the WBC, so Crowley might try to get Barrios. PBC boxers don't need belts to sell to fans. I'm glad they losing boxers with belts. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, the warehouse over there has to be pretty empty, right? You know what I'm saying? It has to be looking like just like the pandemic did. A lot of stores was shutting down and closing. I mean, I wonder if they're going to have a freaking, a 60, 70% off merchandise. You know what I'm saying? Because I already got one of the most authentic pieces. You know what I'm saying? I don't need to purchase anything. I got one of the most authentic pieces out there. I got a PBC jacket, custom from PBC with my name on it. You know what I'm saying? I got the jacket. But I don't know, man. Are they going to have a 70, 80% sale, going out of business sale recently? Because I'm going to get with Shaw News. Shaw News, we need to try to go out there and see can we purchase some merch. See if they got some of the freaking, old ring, the canvas, some ropes, some vintage stuff from their biggest fights. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. PBC might rebound. 24 may not be their year, but 25 might be their year. 25 when they come back alive, man. For all you PBC supporters. So it's not protect boots from Crawford no more. Well, it's not, man. I know you mentioned it. Shout out to Neezy in the building. I know you mentioned that. No, it'll be kind of weird to still kind of link Crawford up the boots and he's all the way across the pond. We know he's still training in Philly. I'm just saying. Like, Crawford is still not signed to anyone. You know what I'm saying? So, since they said, like you put out there, protect Boots from Crawford, Boots is all the way over there in Matchroom. Fresh start, I'm hoping. Fresh start. So we can kind of see what's next for him. What's next for you, bro? I'm happy to see you free, bro. I ain't gonna lie, Boots. I'm happy to see you free from the PBC attachment. Somebody goddamn pulled the damn plug from that trailer hitch and let that bitch just roll off to the side, down the damn ravine, and crash. You don't have to tote that around with you no more, Boots. You know what I'm saying? You can tell them black fight fans that was busy linking you up to PBC all the time. You can tell them, hey, I hope y'all still support me. At the end of the day, I'm still black. No, man, ain't the same, man. You fucked over Al Heyman, man. No, man, ain't the same. Man, come on now. Come on now. You gonna hold that black man and his pops accountable? You gonna blackball him? That's the thing, that guy. Oh, he's being blackballed by PBC. No, he signed, big dummy. You big dummy. Lamont, come here, you big dummy. Tell these fools that he signed with Matchroom. Special request for the military band to blow them horns December 24th. Goodbye. Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? Nah, 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 nah. Nah, 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 nah. Hey, hey, hey. Good. Get the hell on, goddammit. Distance yourself. Moonwalk as quick as possible. Find some roller skates. Crowley won't win that fight. Suleiman too sharp. Crowley definitely gonna win that fight. Bigger name, and his resume is better. So we have to definitely see the fight with Crowley. I'm more so looking to see if Ennis is gonna have a bigger fight. That's my main concern. Like, all this, who's gonna fight who next? I'm trying not to be biased on this live stream. I'm really trying to show some love to Boots. You know what I'm saying? I am genuinely happy that he's up out of there. You know what I'm saying? There's no more attachment to him and PBC. because that was beginning to be catastrophic for him to get up out of a second legal case and then get right back into another one, potentially signing with PBC, and then have to show up to the warehouse and he's up there having a conversation with mannequins that's been in there since, the inception of PBC. They say, hey, Ennis, Jerron, somebody's gonna be with you shortly. Okay, do you need anything to drink? Okay. I will tell you to take a seat. There's really no seats in here. So just put one of the mannequins on the floor and sit on it, and we'll be right back with you, okay? Oh my God. Do you want us to bring you a sandwich? Huh? You want a sandwich? Don't buy anything out of the vending machine. The food is outdated and everything. It don't work. You know what I'm saying? We wanted to get the maintenance man over here to fix that vending machine. Never worked. Okay? We'll bring you some. Just hold tight. They had Boots waiting in the warehouse, man. Hey, I mean, Boots would have been waiting in the warehouse, the PBC warehouse, for fights. You know what I'm saying? The only thing he would have been doing was shadowboxing himself, man. Any word yet? No word yet, man. They working on the big news, big news, big news. Big news coming there, Boost. Be patient, brother. Be patient. Any news yet? Hey, big news, big news, big news. Just hang tight. Hang tight. We got you. Man, Al working on that shit, man. Come on now. Come on. You trust Al? Yeah, but it's taking a little bit too... Man, come on. That's what he do, man. He working. He got so much stuff going on, bro. He got you. Don't nobody do it better than Al. Al Puba. Come on, bro. Bud Ennis is more likely on the Matchroom than Espinosa and the PBC. But Bozy is on record saying he's not flying to Saudi Arabia, but I can see Saudi's paying for that fight on the Matchroom. And that's a good point. Good point. Shout out the band in the building. Good point. Eddie is good with the Saudis. And just to think those same aerosexuals, dogging Eddie Hearns out about what he wouldn't be doing over here. He's really good with the Saudis. So potentially, could this lead to a future fight with Eddie locking in Boots and another fighter for big money? For big money? And it's not going to be a hard negotiation for this shit. Real talk. Boots ain't like that to me. You know what I'm saying? I haven't heard that type of language. That type of concerns coming out that camp. Oh, he's a tough negotiator, this, that, and the other. No, I think Eddie Hearns can pretty much get this material, make this happen, man. Bring it to the light. I think Eddie Hearns can bring it to the light, brother. Boots has to realize that the big fights at 154, in order to stay relevant, the weight class ain't popping anymore. It ain't popping. And then they try to say titles ain't popping. You know what I'm saying? They try to say, in order for you to brand yourself, you got to have the looks. I don't know, man. I try to stay away from this conversation, but I was hearing people talking about how Terrence Crawford was unattractive. Maybe they found Boots attractive and he can get some sponsorships and stuff like that, and he can get sponsored by Bud Light. Maybe they can sponsor Boots. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. They might not want him to wear the beard and wear his hair, his afro. Then he might not fit. The brothers, the ones who you got to go through in here, the gatekeepers, they got to give their approval when on these panels. They got to have a live stream talking about the ranking systems of the most attractive male fighters in the sport and what percentage do they rate with getting new sponsorship. You know what I'm saying? Because when it came to Crawford, they continued to say how he looked. So maybe Boots look a little different, shade the beard a little bit, line him up, give him the black and crispy, you know what I'm saying? Fade him, you know what I'm saying? Maybe he can get the sponsorships over there at Matchroom. For real. Because I get tired of them talking about, how Crawford can't get sponsorship because he don't fit the look meter. He ain't attractive. Maybe Boots can change that. They get a fight over there in Saudi. Get that bag. You know what I'm saying? A big bag because Eddie's locked in. Maybe we'll be able to see this fight, bro. That was a good point you made, man. Real talk. But, MKB. um, Greg Hackett been on record as saying that they're not ready to move up to 154 yet. He's on record as saying that, bro. I just wanted to let you know. I ain't want to throw no bad news out there. But Craig Hackett said, man, we ain't ready to move up no 154 just yet, man. We want to stay right here. We want to get this unification and, try to goddamn become undisputed. I get it. And you made a good point, too, in saying that the 47-pound division is not as popping as it was because they don't have no popular star down there. Boot's personality is just like playing with a rubber band now. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you can pull it back, let it go. Oh man, that was good distance right there. Or you can do some crazy shit with it where it pop you in the motherfucking eye. And then you say, oh, that's what I was looking for, the shock value. I was looking for the it factor. I don't know if he has the it factor yet, bro. His personality is so bland, even at pressers, man. I'm serious, man. It just ain't there, bro. It's like watching tree sap drip. He need to do more, man. He need to go and get a PR person to up his personality. Team Ennis, you need another PR. You need to work on your personality. Else these guys out here are going to start calling you ugly. They're going to call you boring and ugly, man. Because there's a trend going on now where we got, adult males saying that you can't sell tickets because you're unattractive. Next, they're going to be saying, hey, you need to put some, we don't need to put no color on there. Just put some clear fingernail polish on that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Put some eyeliner on and shit. Put some of that dye in your hair. Keep that shit lined up. You know what I'm saying? Get some of that premium cocoa butter. You know what I'm saying? With a dab of shea butter in there. Anything butter, you know what I'm saying? Cooking butter, any of that. Put that on your skin so it can glow. We got to get you attractive in here so you can get that sponsorship money. We got to get you attractive. It's all about them being attractive now, y'all. 78 TV a straight beta. He hated Hearns cause of Wilder. Yeah, but hey, look. I can see where he was at with that, because Eddie Hearn was on some bullshit, but I'm not on that time right now. I'm gonna stay on topic today, man. They already got the word. Don't support him. Don't support him. We'll see. Facts. I hope it happens so Crawford can show the world he's unopposed. Hey, man. I'm just looking for the announcement. Speaking of Crawford, Crawford 154 debut is ticking. We're on April 10th right now, and the time is a ticking. So we should be getting some. I know my people told me we should be getting some news on the state of affairs with Crawford's 154-pound move. All right. I want to say my sources, but I just don't want y'all to hold me accountable on some shit. To my man, W says you said your sources, man. That shit was off, man. And you was the one criticizing them for in 2022 because they came up with 16 different fake ass dates that this fight was gonna happen. It was gonna happen in July. It was gonna happen in motherfucking September, October, November. It was gonna happen on the Frank Martin card in December of 22. And all that shit was bogus. They thought Al Lamo was God. Yeah, they did. What? They still do. They still think he God. And he just casting their ass out like them fallen angels, man. Them group of fallen angels they call the Watchers. You know what I'm saying? Lucifer wasn't the only angel to get casted out of heaven. He casting them out just like they the fallen angels, man. Cast them out. Get out of here. I let you in my home, and you hanging out on the West Wing. You gonna hang out on the West Wing and leave chicken wings everywhere and don't clean up after yourself? Come on. Colin said Jerome Ennis at Sixers Arena. No more fights at the bingo. Trying to set up some fire cars with him and Andy Cruz. Yes, sir. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to him and Andy Cruz have a sit down. And they say, hey, Andy, how is it over there, man? On fight night, Pop's done been over there and shit, Nah, man, it's cool, man. Hey, Poppy, it's okay, Poppy. You know what I mean? If you're thinking about signing up, Poppy, yeah, I would say, yeah, this is definitely. You know what I'm saying? I feel, you see me on TV, I'm shining, I feel good. I'm not going through that weight train and all that other bullshit they're going through over there at PBC. I'm good. Oh, for real? All right, man. We thinking about once we get out of this, they should be ruling on this freaking promotion thing. It looking good in our favor. I think we might be going over there with you, man. We might be joining you. So look, you already have a stable. It's already over there. You got Andy Cruz is over there. Now you got Jerron Ennis. That's pretty much the stable over there in that Philly gym. For real, that's pretty much the stable. I ain't gonna lie, that's pretty much the stable. It's good you brought that up. No more fights in the bingo hall. That's hilarious, man. You know what I'm saying? 25 over here? Yes, 25. Yeah. Bingo. Yeah. Eddie Hearns, why you staring at me like that? Listen, mate, you're not at the bingo hall anymore. You're over here in Matchroom, man. Act like it. It seems like you're having flashbacks like you fighting in the bingo hall. We don't play bingo over here. You know what I mean? We don't play bingo over here. You know what I'm saying? God damn it. They say you can take them out the hood, but you can't take the hood out of them. Conor Ben doesn't even resonate in my skill thought process. I'm ignorant to him. Now, Conor Ben, man, he's just not the fighter I want to see Boots fight in his debut at Matchroom. I don't want to see that shit, bro. I want to see somebody that's in the ranking system. If Ennis, if you're planning on trying to unify at 47, man, go unify, man. We've seen you with Corinne. We've seen you with Villa. We don't need to see you with Ben. We don't need to see that fight. We don't need to see that, bro. They talking about, oh, this is big news. It is big news, but we need big fights now. We need big fights. They probably got Boots cheap. I don't think Eddie Hearn's throwing big money unless he can get mergers for Boots and Ennis. Man, I think they sitting pretty good over there. You know what I'm saying? I think they are. Now, one thing, Collins, I ain't gonna hold you on. I don't really get into that money shit, unless it's out there and it's been fact checked. I don't really care about what he getting paid. I just feel like, he's in a better light with Matchroom. They're not looking for a network. You know what I'm saying? Eddie's them not looking for a network. The last time I heard, and Eddie them was still getting an annual budget. You know what I'm saying? PBC can't get a motherfucking allowance. Can I get motherfucking 3/4 and a nickel? Goddamn it, give me 3/4 and a nickel. I got 5 fights I want to put on. Just give me 3/4 and a nickel. Goddamn, you won't give me a fucking budget. How am I supposed to feed these fighters? I can't use my 501c3. I can't use none of that. Goddamn it. I can't use my LLC. I can't use none of that. You want me to get my donors to donate food and perishable items and feed my fighters? And that's going to save us money on fight week? Hey, man, it's bad. It's bad all the way around, dog. You know what I'm saying? It's bad all the way around, for real. I think they got pretty decent, purse. Showtime spent $400K. That was Boots and his opponent's purses. They did nothing for the kid. Damn. See, I wonder, was the black man happy that the black man got underpaid? You know what I'm saying? If these same black men like Showbiz and everybody else that's trying to hype the crowd and say that, he still wish Crawford should have fought Boots. Well, how is that the case when he's making money? He making those low purses like that. That means he haven't did enough for him to get the high purses. If he's getting 400K for a combined group of fighters, a combined group of opposition, no, bro. I'm just glad Espinosa's out the way. He threw Boots under the bus and took no accountability for him not getting any fights. Hey man, we need to just transition over now. You know what I'm saying? We just need to transition over now. It's official, y'all. It's official. The announcement has been put out there. I'm not really saying that it's going to get any close to a freaking Crawford Boots fight. At the end of the day, just because he signed with Matchroom doesn't enhance his resume. We're looking for his first fight. That's my biggest concern. Who is going to be his first fight? That's all. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, good point. I didn't. MKB said I didn't understand Boots' loyalty to Steven. I don't know, man. Look, I think they promised him a belt for real, and they was able to manipulate the process and get him that IBF belt by all means necessary. And once he get the IBF belt, he's not signed. It's just a loyalty pack. He was able to go over there with Eddie Hearns. I mean, loyalty. What is loyalty? What is loyalty? How many threads is attached to loyalty? How tight is that going to be? You know what I'm saying? Loyalty means absolutely nothing at the end of the day. All it takes is a moment where someone makes a decision to go against that loyalty, and that's it. It's nothing that's legally binding. We're talking about a person's word, integrity. Where's integrity? It's transparent. The only time integrity comes into question is the action of the person that's being questioned about it. You know what I'm saying? If they're questioning they made a bad decision or something like that, that's the only thing. Besides that, integrity is based off someone's actions or character. So it's transparent at the end of the day. So what I'm trying to tell you is loyalty. Who seen the loyalty except when they was up here talking about BOK Prime? We want to go to BOK Prime because we're loyal to Showtime. Well, when Showtime was spreading their motherfucking wings, and you saw them flames coming out the engine, you know they was about to take off. It was over. Devin Haney versus Jaron Ennis. That would be a good fight, man. That would be a good fight. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Jaron Ennis going in there against a super middleweight. Oh my God, that'll be a good fight. Make that fight, man. Middleweight? Y'all think Jaron Ennis can be the middleweight? Hey, y'all think Jaron Ennis can be the middleweight dog? Come on, stop it. Come on, Green. You actually think Jaron Ennis can step up and fight? You're asking him to move up 2.5 weight classes. That particular fighter, Haney, weighed in 165. You actually think Jaron can go up here? Well, I'll take that back. You know, Ennis has been known to get up in weight too. Real talk. I ain't gonna lie to you. He's been known to get up in weight too. They need to just fight at 160. Real talk. They got to get rid of Ellaby Nose to succeed. He's moist for boxers. No, man, he's locked in, man. He's been there since the beginning. You know, he's been there since the ticket days. You know, he's been there for a while, man. Y'all see the videos. He used to wear the jacket, and he was rubbing that freaking oil. You know what I'm saying? He was licking his bottom lip. You know what I'm saying? He was in the moment and forgot the cameras was rolling. And make it last. Rainy days. They not going to get good work if you're not 10 toes down for greatness. Nobody checking for him that tough. Man, he's over there in a new area, a new environment, new footprint. He got to make it happen, bro. What you know about the Watchers? Hey, man. Hey, what you know about the Watchers, dog? I already told you. Hey, I already told you where I'm at, dog. You know, hey, man. You know what it is. Sometime here and there and everywhere, you know. Ben is a big fight overseas. Yeah, overseas. Yeah, I can't too much go against the grain with that because I'm not, it's not even energy that I want to put forth, man. All I'm saying is to over there, vice globally. Boots need to have fights that resonate over here to the U.S. Nobody's looking for Ben over here in the U.S. footprint. You know what I'm saying? Jerron is over here. Yes, he signed over there. You know what I'm saying? But he needs to start expanding his value. He need to find somehow to increase his appraising value and build up his FICO score. You know what I'm saying? I last put his FICO score at like 566. You know what I'm saying? Inactivity, 5+ months. His FICO score is probably like 566 right now, man. Real talk. He has to do something about that, bro. No doubt about it. Hustle Man is in the building. What's good with it, bro? I see you. For non-quiet, he's Boots' main stand. Hey, man, I don't know what he's saying over there. I'm pretty sure it'll come out in the wash, though. He'll do a live on it. Yeah, I know. That's what I was saying, Blunts. As far as him not being able to get his shit back from the BBBOC, Boots really need to get a name that's worth something if he's going to fight in the States. And, Conor Ben, not so much. Yeah, over there in the UK, cool. But over here in the U.S., Conor Ben need to fight a dance partner that's going to elevate his status too. He's been inactive for a good minute. And people looking, I mean, let's remind people, like, come on now. Let's remind people now. Jerron Ennis' last fight was July 8th, 23. You know what I'm saying? So they talking about he's going to fight in the summer. I mean, it's not going to be a good look if Crawford end up getting a fight before him and you took that man's belt. That's all I'm saying. You're right. Bozy bragged about getting that email belt. He said he don't care how we get it. The receipts on YSM, he knew the play. Hey, man, callers be up here just goddamn knocking people in the head with mallets. Freaking. That's what I'm talking about. That's why I say the hottest chat in the game, man. It's good to get education, man. Look, what's better than 1 mind, 2 mind, 3 mind, 4 mind, 5 mind? Hey, you know what I'm saying? A whole group of individuals. You know what I'm saying? Provide you with a different perspective because they have different time zones. They have different times where they watching this shit. That's the good thing about it, man. Not having a bunch of clowns in your chat. That's the good thing about it. PM on deck, what's good? They get to educate those who hitting the playback and all that. You're right. You know what I'm saying? They didn't care. But then when they get it, they say, what's the excuses going to be? It ain't no excuses. There's a lot of questions, though, as to why you settle down to get that title the way you did. That's the question at hand. Hebrew said, you have knowledge. I don't know why y'all stuck on the watchers, man. Look, y'all talking about an old nigga like me. You think I don't watch the news? I don't. Come on, bro. Come on, man. You talking about a dude who freaking learned about shit in the South early, man. I learned about the percenters. You know what I'm saying? Learned about all these organizations, fraternities. You know what I'm saying? Different tattoos. You know what I'm saying? All this shit that happened in religion. But man, y'all stay close to the system. About close to an hour and a half. Y'all stay close to the channel, rather. You know what I'm saying? Don't let the system fool you. Man, shout out to y'all today, man. Once again, to the hottest chat in the MF and game, on fire as always. Got the temperature up. Man, the hot grease. You already know what it is, man. We ticking closer to potentially hearing some news. Today is the 10th, and we supposed to be hearing something by next week. Okay? We supposed to be hearing something by next week, and I'm going to continue to talk about it and keep it in my prayers that he get that fight and Ala Sheik is behind it, and we hear something about a unification bout. Truth be told, and also y'all go check out Carissa Shields' YouTube channel. Show the sister support. You know what I'm saying? Okay, for sure. Cause she put out a diss song for Alicia Baumgartner, and y'all dudes out there, just think about this. How can we have any credibility if we're supporting Alicia Baumgartner moving up 4 weight divisions to face Carissa Shields, who's fighting middleweight right now, high as 168? How are we supposed to have any credibility if they're not getting the same Q&A that we give, fighters over here for trying to move up 3 divisions and fight the best in the game? You know what I'm saying? How does that even work? Until next time, man, y'all hold it down.